Autism Squared. I'm Melissa.
I'm Mikkel. We're a mother-daughter duo.
And today we're here to talk story.
So we decided to do book subscriptions. And this is our very first one. And the first one got picked by my mother. Mom, why did you pick this one?
I picked Once Upon a Book Club. And this one just happens to be the Halloween edition for our start. And the reason I picked this one is because as you read the stories, there are little sticky notes inside the book that goes along with the story. And when you get to that sticky note, there will be a little surprise wrapped for you inside your box. Then you can kind of guess what it might be, and then you get to unwrap it and see if you were right. And with this particular one that we did, they had 2 Halloween book boxes. Actually 3, if you count this one. They had a spooky, and they had a sweet, and then they had this one that had both of the books in it, the spooky and the sweet, but it had less gifts. Each gift box usually has 3 to 5 wrapped items that go along with the story. But for this one, since it came with 2 books, each book got 1 gift this time. So when we got the book, we opened it up, and this is what we saw. We saw our stuff all packaged inside. And then we selected a book, and I selected to read The Sweet Story, which is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sengu Mandana. I hope I'm saying her name right, and I apologize if I have not. There, 77. I found a little sticky note right here inside the book. And I read underneath the sticky note, and it says, and then she opened her spell book to a blank page, bit the end of her pencil, and brainstormed ideas. Finally, after a few false starts, she was satisfied with the short list she'd come up with. And then I came to my gift, which is marked page 77. And I opened my gift, and it was the Witches Cookbook. This little recipe book is so cute. It's got all kinds of recipes from breakfast and brunch to dinner, and they're all named things that are magical. So like
Almost like a spell?
Yes, so they're kind of like spells. So earthy buckwheat crepes. And then it gives you a little recipe, how to cook and make those. And it goes all the way, it's even got like desserts in here. Planet Jupiter cheesecake. But it has a lot of different recipes in here. Dark Moon figs and berries. And it gives you a nice, beautiful picture. And then the recipe. I loved my gift. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I was so excited. So excited. Along with my book also came the little spoiler card. And this is what the little spoiler card looks like. And inside it's got some information, a conversation with the author, and it shows her in there. And there's also discussion questions if you want to discuss some other things with the story. And on the back, it had a witchy word search. That was very cute. I thought that was cute as well. Also, there is a letter from the author. And it comes on the back of this little note card. And on the card, it says, the thing is, being a witch is extraordinary. And then on the back, like I said, is the letter from the author. It also came with a bookmark, which has the same little quote, and on the back, just to keep you focused, it says, psst, to fully experience this box, remember to open your gift only once you've reached the given page. And we did do that. We stayed true to it. My book also came with a signed bookplate from the author. and that will go nicely inside. And then once I finished reading this book, I repackaged the gift so that Mikkel could open it as well when she got to those pages. And she did the same for me, and she's going to tell you about the book that she read first.
Yes. So I got to read the horror one first. Lovely me. Even though out of the two of us, I am definitely more of a scaredy cat. Just Like Home. This is by Sarah Gailey. Gailey?
Yeah.
She's also the author of The Echo Wife, if you ever heard of it. In mine book, you read all the way to page 67. And once you do, you also come upon a nice little tab. And at this point, this is when you're supposed to open it. Not before, not after. When I read to the next page, that way I could fully understand what was going on. But in this one, you get something small and white looked back at her. A cocoon, she thought at first. Then, as she looked a little closer, she realized that no, it wasn't a cocoon at all. It was a piece of paper rolled up into a tight tube. She held the thermos over the countertop and shook it hard from side to side until the little cylinder of paper stopped catching on the inside of the lid. It fell out and rolled neatly to the edge of the counter, where Vera caught it in her palm. So I'm going to stop there. It keeps going, and there's more. And it even tells you, if you look here, there's a different font change of what's on the paper. So from reading this, you're like, what could it be? What could it be? My only thoughts was, oh, it must be a thermos. So then, and also when you look at the box, it looks like it would be something that a thermos or a water bottle would come in. It's very nice with all the bloody smeared handprints. You know, lovely. And lovely to be seen is a very cute little spooky thermos or water bottle, whichever one you prefer. Obviously, it would hopefully be good for the heat as well. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really tell, but yeah. And then even better, I don't know what compelled me to open it up and look, but of course I did, being the nosy me. There's a nice little extra little gift that they've put in for you. Just like in the story, there's a nice little note written in the handwriting of the character's dad. In case you didn't know, now you know. And it was just a nice little touch. The exact same little note that the author also put in a book. So it's almost like you're not just reading the story, you are a part of the story. Which, reading a horror book is not the most funnest thing, is to be getting little notes from
serial killer.
Yeah. So, but it was still nice. Nice little touch to really make you want to keep reading to figure out why did this father leave a note in his thermos before he was taken away. Along with them, I also got, just like my mom, a nice little booklet that tells about what we received, about the author, and discussion questions to think about as you're reading, which is always nice to always keep you going. And then one thing I really enjoyed, even though I'm a scaredy cat, was that on the back they gave the top 10 haunted houses in America. Just in case you're curious. It does throw away some hints though about the house. Also along with it, you got a signed bookplate that we will put in our books later at a later time. It is signed by Sarah. Along with it is the letter from her that she wrote for us. And on the front of it is the quote. It's going to be the same that's on the bookmark, but yeah. Also is, like I said, bookmark says the same quote. And on the back it says the same thing of, psst, don't open your gifts until you get to the page and all that lovely stuff. So, now the real question all of you are dying to know, what book was better? Let's start with Mom.
Which do we enjoy the most? For me, I enjoyed The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. It was very cute. I don't know, maybe like a Harry Potter type thing. So similar in that genre maybe. And I really enjoyed that. So yours?
Mine is also the same. It's just, for me, this one, just like home, had a few plot holes or questions that I never got answered at the end of it. So I never felt quite satisfied with the ending of this one. I did enjoy it, and it was something that I couldn't figure out exactly how the ending was going. So that's nice, especially since I read often that usually I can tell the ending of a story. So I did enjoy that. But I do have to say that one was more my cup of tea. I've mentioned I'm a scaredy cat, so there was a couple of times when I had to make sure all lights on at the time of reading.
For me, that book, it was just slow. It was just very slow to build. And then it was like the most exciting stuff happened in the last 5 chapters. And that's when everything seemed to really be, going. And it's just like, wow, that's the end. So it does keep you guessing along the way, because there's several avenues that she could have taken with the way the story was going, and either one would have been a great story. And if someone is very into Harry Potter or the witching world or those kind of stories, I would definitely recommend The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. It was just so cute.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy. Please leave a comment of which book you think you would prefer more, the very sweet one or a more horror-filled one.
And if you enjoyed our video, like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
We're M Squared.
I'm Raquel.
And I'm Melissa. That's not going to work.
That's fine. That's fine. It can be funny. Moving on. We're doing a subscription box today. This one's my mom.
What happened about talking
It's a special
story?
edition. And it's time to talk story. How you like them apples? It's a box subscription. Halloween edition.